Okay, here we go. I'm going to translate words, okay? The first one is Hashem. Hashem, as you know, is written Yud K Vav K. I think someone is missing. Yeah, should I wait for her?
Okay.
Huh?
We should start.
We should start?
Yeah,
Hashem is Yud K Vav K. Havaya, right? We don't even say that word. When we read it, we say Adnai, Aleph Daled. We don't pronounce the name of Hashem as it's written. Lahar, a lot of times you see Christians, they say it with a J, they pronounce it. In the Beis HaMikdash, they would say Hashem's name. When Mashiach comes, the Gemara says, Kishem shani nichtov kachani nikra. When after Mashiach comes, they're actually going to pronounce Yeh dash hoiva. That's the word. But the Mashiach, the Karaites, that's the whole question. They didn't have Teresh Baal Peh. They didn't accept the authority of the Chachamim. And they used to say it. And the rabbi said to stop saying it. And they were not stopping. Anything that the rabbis initiated, they didn't buy into. You understand? But if you know Kabbalah, you know that every Shema Havaya has a different nikud. The standard is a Shavah, Yeh, dash, I'm making a space, Hoiva, Choylem, Hey, Kometzvav. But it can be written Ya, Ha, Va, and so on, or Ya, Ha, Va. There's a lot of different nikud vowels. And in Kabbalah, every single name of Hashem has a different meaning. But there's no question, no one's even going to debate that the primary name of HaKadosh Baruch Hu that we use in Torah is Havaya, Yud Kei Vav Kei, 4 letters, Yud Kei Vav Kei. Now, there are 3 different translations for Shem Havaya, 3 different meanings. But the meaning which is preeminent, the meaning which is most used in Kabbalah is that Havaya means Ein Sof. All the names of Hashem besides for Havaya mean Kalim, the vessels of Ein Sof. And Havaya means Oyer. Havaya means Ein Sof. The primary name of Hashem, Yud Kei Vav Kei, means Oyer, the light of Hashem which is revealed. So Havaya, the word Yud Kei Vav Kei in this discussion doesn't mean Hashem. It means Hashemliness. It means Elokus. It means godliness. How the Eibishter's light is revealed. Okay? Now, what does revealed mean? What does revealed mean? What does Gilui mean? That's not true. Revealed means that it's coming to me and I get it. If it comes to me and I don't get it, it's not Gilui, it's not revealed. So revealing something has a limitation. When you reveal Ein Sof, it means that the Ein Sof is received by a Kli for that Ein Sof. So Shem Havaya means Ein Sof that's revealed. That's all good. But Shem Havaya means Ein Sof that's revealed to one who can get it. You understand? You have to be able to take it. You don't take it, it's not revealed. Basically, in general, this is Atzilus. Atzilut. Atzilus is the highest world. The world of Atzilus is able to receive Havaya. Yidden who are born into this life, onto this earth, that are at the level of Atzilus, big tzaddikim. Alter Rebbe in Tanya calls them tzaddikim hagedolim. There's tzaddikim and there's big tzaddikim. Tzaddikim hagedolim of Atzilus. They experience Ein Sof. They experience Ein Sof, how Ein Sof is revealed to them. You follow? Yeah. So what's the upside of Havaya and what's the downside of Havaya? The upside of Havaya is that it's revealed. The downside of Havaya is that it's revealed to us. And if it's revealed to us, it has to be revealed in a way that we could get it. You understand? The whole truth can never be known. If it can be known, it's not the whole truth. If it's the whole truth, it can't be known. You cannot tell me the truth of you. I cannot tell you the truth of me. Havaya means Gili of Ein Sof, how Ein Sof is revealed. So the ma'ala, the upside is that it's very revealed. And the downside is that because it's revealed, it's according to the ability of the world to take. You understand? That's Shem Havaya. In other words, girls, Shem Havaya would be the classic name of Hashem you would use in the Beis HaMikdash. Shem Havaya is the classic name of Hashem you would use when the Jews are living in Eretz Yisrael, and it's Yom Kippur, not Purim. In a holy environment where we're inside, not outside, you would use Shem Havaya. On the one hand, the Maila is, the upside is that it's revealed, and the downside is that it's revealed to us. You follow? In each one of these 4 psukim, you have La Hashem HaYeshua, Hashem Tzvois, Hashem Tzvois, and Hashem Mashiach. Each pasuk begins with the word Hashem. Hashem is not a Golos word, it's a Geula word. It's a Beis HaMikdash word, it's a Yom Kippur word. Okay? However, you also have in the first pasuk HaYeshua, in the last pasuk Hoshia, and the middle 2 psukim Tzvois. These are Golos words. Why? So I'm going to tell you a little Kabbalah. Okay, don't get nervous. I'm telling you a little Kabbalah. Don't get nervous. It's just, don't get so overwhelmed. It's not so.
Revealed to us down.
I saw that it said in Tanya.
I'm sorry. I'll get you in a second. I didn't hear your question.
How is revealed to us? You said Hashem.
The word Hashem means Ein Seif revealed.
Yeah.
It's not revealed to us. It's revealed to a world that's able to get it.
Okay. So
It would be revealed to us if we was a Beis HaMikdash.
So how is that a downside?
Because it has to be limited. It has to be limited. If Hashem gives you and you get him, it's not him.
Right.
It's Gilui. It's called Ha'ora in Chassidus. Ha'ara. A light. Can't be the truth. It's a lot. It's in safe, but it's not the whole truth.
So it's like the Gemara says, like in what we perceive as greatness, that's where we see it.
His humility. That idea is always true. But in this case, it's uniquely true because we're talking about Gilui. You see that it's Hashem. You experience that it feels like Hashem. Okay? Karen, what did you want to say?
I just added, but I got it.
It's clear? Okay, now. But the next word, Hoshia, and Hayeshua, and Tzvois, these are the opposite of that. Okay? So let's first talk about the first word and the last word. Hayeshua and Hoshia. Okay? What's the shaydish? What's the root of the word Yeshua? What's the shaydish of the word Hoshia? The shaydish of the word is the letters Shin Ayin. Or if you are one of those people who believe that every shaydish has 3 letters, the shaydish of the word is Shin Ayin Hey, Sha'ah. Okay? Now, where do we have Sha'ah in Chumash? Last week. Hevel brought a carbon, remember? Hashem took his carbon. What word is used to denote that Hashem took his carbon? Vayisha. Right? Cain brought a carbon. Hashem did not take his carbon, right? What a Hebrew word is used to denote that Hashem did not take his carbon? Loi sha'ah, shin ayin hey. That's the root of this word. Sha'ah means to turn, lifnot. I'm looking at you. If I look over there, that's called sha'ah, to turn away, to look over there. Okay? That's the shaydish of the word Hayeshua and the shaydish of the word Hoshia. Now, what's the Kabbalah? The Kabbalah is Shin, it's 300, right? It's Chabad, Chochma, Bina, Das, 3 times 100. You follow? What's Ayin? The 7 meters, Chesed, Gevurah, Teferes, Netzach, Chod Yesod, times 10. Shin is 3 times 100. Ayin is 7 times 10. And the Hey is 5. It goes on the Hey Gevuras. Chamisha Gevurah, the Hey Gevuras. In other words, the Shin and the Ayin and the Hey are the 10 spheres. But the Shin is the highest sphere, so everything is multiplied by 100. The Ayin is the middle sphere, so everything is multiplied by 10. And the Hey is the lowest sphere, which is not multiplied, it's just 1. You see? Okay? Now, according to Kabbalah, and this is brought to Chassidus in a lot of places, according to Kabbalah, there's a name of Hashem called Shin Ayin, and sometimes it's called Shin Ayin Hey, Nahoyden, the 370 lights, and on rare occasion it's called the 375 lights that are in Atika Kadisha. Have you ever met Atika Kadisha? Atika Kadisha is by the Manhattan Bridge. Atika Kadisha is the highest level of Kesed. Whoa, much higher than Atzilus. So Havaya, Yud Ke Vav Ke notes how Hashem is revealed, but in Atzilus. The upside is he's revealed, you see him, like in the Beis HaMikdash. The downside is, if it's revealed, it has to be less. But the shayrish of the word HaYeshua and the shayrish of the word HaYeshua is much higher, much higher, much higher. It's Pnimis HaKesed. The highest level of Kesed is Shin Ayin Hein Hoiden, Shin Ayin Hoiden, Shin Ayin Hein Hoiden. This you have even in Tanya, but it's in Kabbalah. It's a fact. You have to believe me, okay? And okay, so Hashem is a much more important word because Hashem shows Hashem is revealed. But Hashia and Hayeshua is not a holy word, right? It's a regular word. Because even though Kabbalistically it represents godliness from a much, much higher place, but it represents godliness from a much, much higher place, and you don't see that it's godly. It's not revealed. You follow? It's just like I described to you in the last class. In the times of Goals, it's not Yom Kippur, it's Purim. It comes from a higher place, and it comes out in a more convoluted way, in a more concealed way. The word Hayeshua and the word Hayshia both denote this. They mean this. Okay? Now, if you have any questions or comments, you're free to ask. I mean that. If you have questions or comments, if you don't, I'm going to move on to the next word. The next word is tzva'os, or tzva'kois. If you're good, I'm going to move on. We're good? Now, according to Kabbalah, the word tzva'os is netzach. Netzach and hoid. Netzach and hoid. Netzach. Use netzach. What's netzach?
Victory.
Netzach is determination. Netzach is victory. Netzach is determination. Hoid is stubbornness. Yisoid is connectivity. Netzach is determination. You're going to stand in my way, I'm going to run you over like a truck. It's the victory that hasn't happened yet. That's Netzach. Netzach is a fighter. Netzach is a tough guy. Netzach is, if there's a wall, I'll go through it. Okay, so now, let's talk this through, okay? You have Chesed, Gevura, Teferes. You have Netzach, Hoid, and Yesod. What's the difference? Chesed, Gevura, and Teferes are like Yom Kippur. Netzach, Hoid, and Yesod are like Purim. According to Kabbalah, all the Yomim Tovim are Chesed, Gevura, Teferes. Chanukah and Purim are Hoid and Yesod. Netzach and Hoid. That's why in Shmoneh Esrei, Ya'aleh v'Yaveh is in Avodah, is in the Tzei. V'ala Nisim is in Haidah. Because where you say the thank you for the miracle reveals the nature of the miracle. Ya'aleh v'Yaveh you say in the Tzei, before Moedim, where we have a connection to Hashem that we see Him. V'ala Nisim, Chanukah and Purim is in Haidah, because you're thanking Hashem for a miracle. You see the miracle, but it's in Teva. You don't see Him. You follow? Tzva'os is the name Netzach. Now, we know about Netzach from our best friend. What's our best friend? Bossi Lagani. Okay, for this morning. Tomorrow I'll tell you something else. We know about Midas HaNetzach. What do we know about Midas HaNetzach? That if you have a king and his kingdom is threatened, he reveals a determination. You want to use the word victory? It's a much better word, determination. A determination that is so strong that he'll even give away his own life to win the war. He's a king. Remember the story? He takes out the treasure which no one has seen for 100 generations and he gives it away. He doesn't trust his generals. The king himself engages in the war personally. He can't trust his generals, and if he needs to, he'll give his own life up to win. Why? Because Midas HaNetzach, v'gam Netzach Yisrael la'yinochem v'la'yishokem, ki loy adam hu la'yinochem. It says in Chassidus based on Kabbalah that Midas HaNetzach comes from loy adam. You speak Hebrew? What's loy adam? He's not a man. So in colloquial, you say he's not a mensch. Nishka mensch. He's not a mensch. He's disgusting. Right? Someone who's not a mensch, it's a midah. But lo yada doesn't mean he's not a mensch, he has bad midas. Lo yada means he's infinite, he doesn't have any limitations. And when the Eibishter exerts his Netzach Yisrael, that determination, right? You know where that pasuk is? Shaul loses the Melucha. Shaul, King Shaul, the two Avedas. He was punished up and down, right, left, and center. And Shaul says to Shmuel, let's negotiate. Let's talk about this. So Shmuel says there's nothing to negotiate. So Shaul said, but I thought you can always daven and davening always help. He says, usually, but not now. Because this is Netzach Yisrael. V'gam Netzach Yisrael le'inochem alei yishoket. This comes from Netzach Yisrael. Ki lo yodamu le'inochem, which means Kabbalistically higher than Atzilus. Midas HaNetzach is a midah of stubbornness. Now let me ask you a question. What's nicer? To love Hashem or to fight for Hashem? What's nicer? To be a stubborn Jew or to be an exact Jew? Loving Hashem is chesed. Fighting for Hashem is netzach, yeah? Exactness is gevura. Stubbornness is a hoid. Which is better? Right? What's better? To be a beautiful Jew or a Jew who just holds on to the Eibishter by the tips of his fingers and he won't let go? This is the difference between chagas and ihi. Or in the discussion of today between Yom Kippur and Purim. Yom Kippur is chesed, gevura, teferes. I love God. My relationship with Hashem is exact. My relationship with Hashem is beautiful. What's Purim? You fight for God. You stubbornly don't let go of God. And you hold on and nothing can separate you. So if the question is what's more beautiful, it's not even a question. Chesed, gevura, teferes are so beautiful. Netzach and Hodu are not beautiful at all. They're not beautiful at all. But then you ask a different question, which is stronger? Which is stronger? Netzach, Hodu, and Yesod are infinite. Stubbornness, Netzach is on the, there's yeshivas that are called Netzach Yisrael. There's the yeshiva in New York called Netzach Yisrael. Netzach Yisrael is a perfect name for yeshiva in America. Because to be a Jew in America, you have to be so stubborn. It's not beautiful. The yeshiva in Poland was nicer. But the yeshiva in America is tougher. You understand? You understand? Tzvoi is midas hanetzach. What's netzach? I'm a Jew at all costs. That's it. It's not pretty. It's not meaningful. It's not enlightened. It's will. According to Hasidus, Chesed, Gevura, Teferes are higher. Netzach, Hodu, Yesod are lower. But Netzach, Hodu, Yesod come from the Shin, Ayin, Ahoiden. They come from Pnimis HaKeser. And Chesed, Gevura, Teferes are part of Havayeh. You understand how it all works? What's higher comes lower, and in between is beautiful. The Beis HaMikdash is beautiful. Yom Kippur is beautiful. Galus Purim isn't beautiful, but it has such a strength, an infinite power.
Which one comes from higher source? The firm?
That's right. That's right. But it's not revealed. It's not beautiful. It's survival. It's nitzachen. It's victory. It's determination. It's stubbornness.
So it's not Havaya?
It's not Havaya. It's higher and lower. The Shaidish is the word Hayeshua. The Shin Ayin Hayden Batika Kadisha. And the manifestation is tzvoi, midas hanetzach. You understand? Yeah? I have all the time in the world for you to write notes. Just tell me when you're ready. I'll continue. We're good? Now, so title Hashem HaYeshua, Hashem tzvoi, Hashem tzvoi, Hashem HaYeshia. What's going on? There's a juxtaposition. You know what juxtaposition means? We're bringing two things together. It's Golas. It's Golos. It's the third part of Hodu. Our relationship with Hashem is not revealed. It's not overt. Right? So on the one hand, it's darker. But on the other hand, it's deeper. It's like Purim. It's like Purim. It's like Purim. Hashem is sleeping. And Balaylahu Nodar Shnas HaMelech. Balaylahu Nodar Shnas HaMelech doesn't mean that Hashem wakes up. It means in his sleep, he communicates with the Jewish people. It comes from a higher place. It comes to a lower level. And it's not so overt. So Hashem HaYeshua and Hashem Tzvois and Hashem Tzvois and Hashem HaShia mean this. It's Golus. Which means the Havaya, the idea that the Eibishter revealed is not full. It's Hashem HaYeshua. There is a small revelation. The reason it's revealed, the reason it's small is because it's coming from a higher than revelation. And you see it a little bit. Hashem HaYeshua means how Yeshua is revealed. Yeshua is never revealed. Hashem Tzvois means how Tzvois is revealed. Tzvois is never revealed. And Hashem HaShia also means how HaShia is revealed. So the word Hashem means revealing. The word Yeshua, the word Tzvois, the word HaShia means revealing what can't be revealed. Revealing what can't be revealed, if I had to use words, would mean Neis Hamalubish B'Teva. It's a miracle. But it's in nature. You can deny it. So Hashem HaYeshua, Hashem Tzvois, Hashem HaShia means that there's a moment, there's a condition where the relation with the Yid and the Eibush is indirect. It's remote. It's far. You see him. But you see him in an indirect way. You see him in a more hidden way. And Chassidus is telling you, Pnimius HaTorah, Kabbalah, Chassidus are telling you, you should know that when a Jew lives in Golus and he serves Hashem in a less than perfect way, there is a credibility, there is an emes to that avodah, which is greater than the way Yidden served Hashem in the best times in the Beis HaMikdash. Purim, the Zohar says, girls, Purim is higher than Yom Kippur. That's what it says in Zohar. I didn't make it up. You can't even blame it on the Alter Rebbe or the Baal Shem Tov or the Rebbe. The Zohar says, you know what Yom Kippur means? Yom Kippurim. It's like Purim. The Zohar says that. How could you say that Yom Kippur is Yom Kippurim? Because Purim is higher than Yom Kippur. How? You throw Yidden into Golus. The Eibishter is hidden. The Hashem is not, the Havaya is not available. And Yidden have to dig very deep to bring out the power of Mesiras Nefesh, the power of Tshuva, the power of Netzach. And it isn't even pretty. It's not beautiful. It's survival. That's the Hashem HaYeshua, Hashem Tzvois, and Hashem HaShia. Verstehst? So the word Hashem becomes the supporting word. Hashem means revealing, HaYeshua. Revealing,
Reveal what's not revealed.
reveal what can't be revealed to the extent possible. A miracle in nature. You have to understand. You know that it says in Chassidus, I can't find it. Somebody said, show me your source, because that's such a radical statement. I saw it in Hefesh Chaim Beis. I know where I saw it, but I can't find it now. It's 1,500 pages long. Go look for a quote. I had thought that I wrote it. I have a page where I write down all my important quotes. I can't find it. But I saw in a Maimed, I promise you I'm not making this up. The Rebbe Rashab says, the miracle of Jewish survival is a greater miracle than the Yam Suf splitting, than Hashem coming down and giving us the Torah, than the Ten Makis, than any miracle that ever happened in the world. The miracle, the Lashon is, Kifsa Achaz ben Shivim Ze'evim. The Rebbe has a different medrash. Kifsa Achaz ben Shivim Aroyes. One sheep among 70 lions, one sheep among 70 wolves, and she survives, that we're still here in Golus, 2,000 years in Golus Kemat, is a bigger miracle that ever happened in the time of the Beis HaMikdash. So from Hashem's end, that's his Midas HaYeshua, which comes down in his Midas HaNetzach. It comes to the Rebbe's father, by the way, the Bleivik, has a small comment on this here, where he says that Yeshua comes from higher than Atzilus, and it comes down into Netzach. He gives you both sides. By us, it's two psukim. Yeshua and Hoshia is the source of it in Kesed, and Tzvois is the manifestation. The Rebbe's father says that when something which is above Atzilus comes into the world, it cannot come in a way of Havaya, it comes in a way of Netzach. What's Netzach? It's not beautiful, but it's strong and hard and old. Right? What does it say in Chassidus? What's Atika Kadisha? Atika Kadisha, the highest level of Kesed. The feeling of a translates in Yiddish. Alt und hart und stark. It's the word Eson. It's the same idea. Alt, it's ancient. It's been here from before the world was created. It's hard like diamond. And it's so strong, it's so tough. That's how Yeshua, that's Netzach. That's Netzach. And that's what these 4 psukim are saying. That when Yidden are in the times of Golus, the third part of Hodu is also thank you, it's also submission. But what is the thank you and what is the submission? They wish to put us into Golus. He didn't do a survey. Hashem didn't send in the Shamas a questionnaire. How do you want to live? He didn't ask us. He put us in Golus. And Golus is all different types, right? We had Golus in Europe. We have Golus in America. We have Golus in Eretz Yisrael, unfortunately. Wherever you look, you have Golus. He didn't ask us. He deposited us. And what do? Our best. Right? Abish gives us that Rebbe. Without a Rebbe, nothing happens. Yeah, but even with a Rebbe, it's still hard. It's tough. It's not easy. Jewish people in the times of Golus don't survive because they're so smart and they're so sensitive and so beautiful. Jewish people survive in Golus because they're so tough. They're so hard. That's Netzach. That's Tzlois. That's a Shia. You follow? You understand? Yeah, now isn't this beautiful? The same 4 psukim. But when you know what's going on behind the words, it's a different psukim altogether. Now let's continue. First of all, questions or comments?
When you said the greatest miracle is Jewish survival, it's about Purim or in general?
Purim. It's Golus. Hey, when the Jews live in Eretz Yisrael and have their own sovereignty, their own kings, and they have a Beis HaMikdash, and they're not subject to American dollars and the United Nations anti-Semitism. They're Taka independent. It's not such a big miracle the Jews are Jewish, right? So they're very beautiful and they're very holy and they're very connected. But the power of Yechidah is not there. Why? They're not tested. Purim, they're being tested. And they're being tested because there's no Beis HaMikdash, and there's no Eretz Yisrael, and there's no sovereignty, right? Israel is not a free country. Israel is very worried. What's Germany going to say tomorrow? What's France going to say the next day? And what's England going to say in the middle of its sleep? And even America can turn on Israel. Correct? The United Nations loves us so much that they're not going to love us until they destroy every last one of us. Why? Because they want us to be good people. Everybody loves us, but because they love us, they make our lives impossible. And we survive. That's called Netzach. That's Purim. That's Purim. Questions or comments? Don't be afraid of me. I only bark. I don't even bark so often anymore. We're good? Huh? Now, Elekei Yaakov. You see those words? Right. I'm doing the names of God. In the second pasuk, it's Hashem Tzvayis Imanu Miskav Lanu. Elekei Yaakov. You see Elekei Yaakov. You see the word Elekei Yaakov, the God of Jacob. You should know that in Kabbalah, there's all kinds of the Muslim. These names have all kinds of sages. I have another bunch of papers here, but okay, I'm going to leave it. Elekei Yaakov means what? The God of the heel. That's what Elekei means, the God of the heel, right? Now, wait. There's many names to the Eibishter, right? What does Elokim mean? The God of concealment, yeah? Hiddenness. Do you understand? Mm-hmm. What's Elekei Yaakov? My God. Not Elokim Yaakov, Elekei, the personal God of the Jewish people. There's a very big, I told you this to you recently, there's a very big difference between the word Elokim and Elokeinu. Elokim means the God of concealment. Elokeinu means the God of personalization. You understand what that means, personalization? My personal God. Elekei Yaakov is the personal God of Yaakov. What's Yaakov? The Jews who are on the level of the heel. Akvayim. You understand? So you see how these psukim are representing this theme. These 4 psukim are representing the theme of Yidden and Golus very clearly. You understand? These 4 psukim are describing the relationship between Yidden and the Eibishter and the times of Golus. From the Rishonim, you should know. I have in my notes, from the Rishonim, it says that Nechama utfila shalei yechala begolus. Know what that means? It's nechama, it's a consolation and a prayer. We shouldn't disappear in golus. The Sefer HaTalmud, one of the Rishonim writes about these psukim, it's a prayer and it's a promise that when even in golus, we're not going to disappear. In other words, these 4 psukim belong in V'hu Racham very logically, because we're describing Yidden in the times of golus. Okay, so Elokei Yaakov means our personal God of the heel. The heel means the level of a Yid which is lower.
Why our personal God? We don't say
Because it's Yochad and Rabim. It's afterwards syntax. If you say Elokeinu, it can't be connected to another word. In Elokeinu, there's God and me. The me is under by the nu. Elokei Yaakov is in third person, the personal God of Jacob. Okay?
What's the difference between Elohim and Elohim?
Okay, Elokim means the God of concealment. Elokeinu means the God of personalization. Now think about it. Think about it. Why would you use the same root for both? Why would you use the same word to denote the God of concealment and the God of personalization?
The same source.
Because to personalize God, you have to limit. For Hashem to be mine, he has to come close to me. But in the word Elokim, we're indicating how we don't see him. And the word Elokeinu, we indicate how he's making him available to us. Yeah. I had a Fabring in Sukkot with Hasidim, with people with streimels. Right? It was Sukkot. So I talked about Simcha. I was talking about Simcha. I already talked about Betochen. So the Fabring went for many hours, and I just got up and walked out. I mean, these people don't sleep at night. I don't know when they sleep, but if I would sit, they'd sit there till the morning. I can't do that. I can't sit. Some people can sit a whole night and then go to the next day. I can't do it. At 2:30, I got up and they complained that I'm leaving so early. So I talked a lot about Simcha and Betochen. You know, you can be from. You go to shul, you daven, you learn. That's not Yiddishkeit. That's the body of Yiddishkeit. The neshama of Yiddishkeit is that I live in God's world. So towards the end of the Fabrengen, one man says, Rabbi, are you saying that we should all live in denial? In the fantasy, la, la, la. You understand denial? You understand the word in English? Denial. To lie to myself. Okay? I should make believe Hashem is, I don't see Hashem. Make believe. That's what he said to me. He was making fun of the whole Fabrengen. I said, yeah. You have to deny the Yetzer Hara. You have to deny this world. And I turned to him, and I said to him, I want to ask you a question. Have there been moments in your life where you saw Hashem so clearly it was impossible to deny? He said, sure. Everybody has moments when Hashem is so clear. Have there been moments in your life when Hashem is so hidden from you, you think he's not there at all? He said, sure. I said to him, which is true? Which is true. It's not a little of this or a little of that. Either he is in charge or he isn't in charge. Sometimes he hides, and sometimes he shows himself, right? What is the job of a Jew? To remember those moments when he saw Hashem so clearly and say, that's how Hashem is always in my life, even when I don't see him. It's not easy. It's not easy, but it's real. It's real. Right? We've had moments in our life where we were so sure there's a God. And then moments in life where we said, where are you? No, so which is true, right? So if we don't pay attention, we seesaw. Sometimes we love him, sometimes we hate him, sometimes we're excited about him, sometimes we deny him, yeah? But if we're real, we have to tell ourselves which experience is true. When I see, and I'll tell it to you in avoid the words. I think every Jew experienced their neshama. I think every person has a moment where they experience their neshama. And I know that every Jew has a moment where they doubt. What does it mean you experience your neshama? That you know God so for sure, it has nothing to do with the brain, straight from high. Yeah? And then you have moments which you doubt him. No? So which you is true? The you that's connected to Hashem above reason, who the you says this doesn't make any sense, it's stupid, it's illogical, it's foolish, it's blind. Which you is true? If you are both of those yous, you're nobody. You're just letting the wind blow. and the grass is growing, but the wind is blowing it. You have to decide which is true for you and work on making it your own. I said to him, you're right. What I'm saying is live in denial of the Yetzer Hara, denial of the bad moods, denial of the days that you feel like the Eibush is not there because of the days that you saw him. You follow? You understand? Yeah. That's Elokei Yaakov. The God of the heel. Feeling, experiencing the Eibush on the level of the heel. Some days it looks like he's not around. Sometimes you wonder where he is. But you carry over from the moments when he's more available to the moments when he's less available, that you never say he isn't. In Golus. You follow? Yeah, now look at the next pasuk. Look at the next pasuk. Hashem tzavois ashrei adam boiteach boch. Correct? Now we could talk about 1,000 things. I have 10 minutes and I need 10 hours. So we're going to do whatever we have with the time available. Boiteach boch means betochen, right? What's betochen? I trust. I trust. I trust, right? How many times in your life has someone said to you, Moshe, Chaim, Berel, Miriam, Chana, Bracha, trust me. Trust me. I don't trust you. Trust me. I don't trust you. Trust me. I'm telling you, you should trust me. You have to trust the Eibishter. Is it easy or hard? When he smiles at you, and he fills your pocket, and he fills your belly, and he fills your mind, and he fills your heart, and he creates a beautiful environment, you don't have to trust him, you see him. When he doesn't fill your wallet, and he doesn't fill your belly, and he doesn't fill your mind, and he doesn't fill your heart, and your environment is very incompatible with him, you don't want to trust. And you have to. Why? Because last week, last year, last month, last decade, he filled your pocket and your belly and your mind and your heart and your environment, right? That's betochen. Betochen means to trust. One of the rules about trusts is no on and off. There's no on button and off button in trust. There's an on button and off button in your brain. Sometimes you'll learn, sometimes you're not learning. There's an on button and off button in your heart. Sometimes you feel, and sometimes there's no on button and an on button in faith. I either believe or I don't believe. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's hard. What do I do when it's hard? I trust. I trust. That's betochen. And I wrote down on my page that the Tzemach Tzedek says that I'm going to spend time on this because I think it's worth it. From the Sefer Chovos HaLevavos in the end of Shara Betochen, says that the word betochen has 9 translations. 9. I don't even know what all 9 words mean. In other words, I don't see how they're 9 different things because a number of them seem quite repetitive. I am now going to read from my page 9 targumim, 9 translations of the word betochen that the Tzemach Tzedek brings from the Chovos HaLevavos, which is in my Siddur Eitzar Tfilla from Yossi Alperovich, and I'm going to read, I'm translating each word. You with me? You ready? Number 1, mishon. I can lean on him. Mishon, I can lean on him. He's a support. I can lean on him. Number 2, tikva. What's tikva? Hope. What's hope? What's hope? What's hope? What's the opposite of hope? Hopelessness. What's hope? I don't have. But I have enough to believe that it'll be good. I said to my boys this morning, what's the greatest thing the Eibishter gave us? So one of the kids to me says, Teda Mitzvahs. I said, no. The greatest thing the Eibishter gave us is the Eibishter. The greatest thing God gave us is God. That there is God is so important. I'm not alone. Now, even if he's not giving me anything, but I know he's there, that gives me tikva. Tikva, that's betochen. If I could believe that tomorrow is better than today, then today's good. If I can't believe that tomorrow is better than today, then I'm tragic. So tikva, having hope is already having everything. Even though I don't have anything but hope, the very fact that I could trust, the very fact that I could be positive and not negative, optimistic and not pessimistic is a real gift. That's betochen. You follow? Yeah? Tell me when you're ready. Number 3. Machaseh. Machaseh means a shield, a protection. B'tocha means he protects us. He guards over us. Hashem is above us and he's a shield. Like you sit in the sukkah, you're sitting in the shade. Machaseh means that he shades over us. He creates an environment that's shady, protects us. Okay? Number 4, and I don't know what these words mean exactly. Toicheles. What does it mean, toicheles? With a ches. Tochelet. With a ches, not with a chof. Yep. What does it mean? You don't know? Tocheles means anticipation, I think. Anticipation means I'm looking forward. I'm expecting. So tocheles to me is very similar to tikva. That's why I'm not sure exactly. Tocheles means I'm looking forward to, I'm expecting something. I'm expecting that tomorrow I'm going to have something that I don't have today. I'm not sure how tocheles is different than tikva. Maybe tocheles is more than tikva. Tikva means I hope, and I don't know what I'm hoping for. Tocheles means I'm hoping, and I have some idea what I'm hoping for, but I'm not sure. Tocheles. You looked it up? We can all look it up in Hebrew, huh? Right. But what's the 5th word? Chikui. Chikui means to wait. Ches, Yud, Chof, Vov, Yud.
Same thing.
They can't be the same thing. They're a little different. I'm not sure how. I'm not sure exactly how. I told you from the beginning that I'm not sure exactly. Chikui means to wait, to hesitate, to pause, to have patience. So tikva and techeles and chikui are very similar, but they're different. Obviously, they're different because the Chayvus Alvavis is not just saying words because he's being a poet. Tikva means I have hope. Techeles means I'm waiting. And chikui means even more than that somehow. Number 6, smicha. Now, smicha is very similar to the first one, to mishan. Smicha means that we lean on him, right? But I don't think smicha means they lean on him. Smicha means he leans on us. Smicha means Hashem has placed on us something which is the basis for our betoch. Not smicha, we're seimech on him, because then it's the same thing as mishan. Smicha means the heat tastes. Smicha means a blanket, right? In modern Hebrew, smicha means a blanket, something that he places over us. Number 7, shever, shin beis reish. What does shin beis reish mean? A break, or a patch. What are they called? A cast, right? What's the Hebrew word for a cast? Someone breaks their foot. When you fix it, what's it called? Huh? Geves. Shever. I think shever means, shever means what fixes a break. Number 8, misod, mem samach, ayin dalid. Misod also means a support. But in the word misod, you have the connotation of satisfaction, like a su'uda, like as if you already have something. So I believe that misod is more than tikva and more than techeles and more than chikui, because the support comes along with actually having something. And the last word, I just don't know what the word means. Okay, misod means help. Okay, help, to support, to help. But in the word misad, you also have the word su'uda or sa'ad, which means to be satisfied, which means not only you have a want or you have an anticipation, but you actually have an actual thing. So if, again, I'm translating the words myself. These are my targum. But I'm trying to find the difference between each one of the 9 words, and it's not so easy to do. So I'm translating misad means that the Eibishter is giving us a support where we feel in the support that we already have the help. Okay?
I missed number 7. What's number 7?
Shever, shin beis reish, which means a cast on a broken bone, to heal what was broken. If I understand it correctly. Okay, number 9 is chof samach lamed. I don't know what that word means. Kesel, chof samach lamed. What does that mean? It means a fool. Ksil, what's a fool? So what's chof samach lamed? How is Kof Samach Lamed connected to B'tochen? Huh?
Sometimes you need to think too much about what's happening.
Maybe. Let's look. Let's try and find Hebrew for this. To be sluggish, to be stupid, to be thick, to be plump. No good.
Yeah, so what's the connection?
I think the connection is what she said, that it means to be foolish enough to believe. Not to use the seichel, but I'm not sure. Anyway, so we didn't look.
Like Shtus the Kiddush, I don't know, like also.
By Moshe Rabbeinu, it says, Pesi yamin l'chol davar zeh Moshe. Moshe was very smart. Moshe is Chachma Vatzilas. Pesi, a fool, believes everything is Moshe Rabbeinu. When it comes to Hashem, you don't want to be smart. When it comes to everybody else, you better be smart. When it comes to the Eibishter, but I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. The point is, there's 9 translations of the word B'tochen, but at the root of the word B'tochen is, when do you have to trust? When does someone say, trust me? If someone comes to you and gives you $100 and says, I'm giving you $100, you have to trust them. When someone says, I'm going to give you $100 tomorrow, trust me. That's B'tochen, correct? Huh? But it's not, I'm accepting that what you are doing is not going to hurt me. I'm accepting. B'tochen is a very important midah. It's especially important when you look around and you say, where is God? Then you have to have b'tochen. You have to trust. Correct? So now we read 4 psukim today. La Hashem ha-Yeshua. To the Eibishter there is salvation. And the way you read this is that La Hashem Yeshua means that Hashem shows us his Yeshua in Golus, where he's not fully revealed. Al Amcha, the way that Yeshua put it, on the people, on us. Birchasecha, the translation of the word Birchasecha is, we have to give him a bracha, Selah forever. The way the Rishonim explain Hashem Yeshua, Al Amcha Birchasecha Selah means that when we find ourselves in times of Golus, Hashem has to give us the hidden, the miracle. The bracha we have to make ourselves. In other words, what we are able to reveal of the Eibishter in our world, this we have to do by our own. La Hashem ha-Yeshua. The Eibishter reveals something which is much, much higher than even in Golus we should be able to see him. Al Amcha, on the people, on us, Birchasecha Selah, the translation that says in the Rishonim is, the bracha we have to give ourselves. Hashem gives us what we can't get for ourselves. What we're able to get for ourselves, we must get for ourselves. And then it says, Hashem Tzvois, the Eibishter comes to us with Midas HaNetzach. We don't see him, but we experience his strength. Imanu with us. Miskav Lanu means he lifts us up. That he's the God of our heel. Hashem is the God of our heel. And that's why he's Selah. You know what it means, Selah? The Gemara says the 3 words, Netzach, Selah, Voed, means forever. Selah means it's never going to change. And the next pasuk reads, Adeshem Tzavois, the Eibishter comes to us through Midas HaNetzach. Ashrei Adam B'teach Bach. Fortunate is an Adam who trusts him. Now, this will take very quick. You know what Adam means? It says in the Hilchos Svarim that human beings have 4 names: Adam, Ish, and Ish Gever. Adam means Malas HaSeichel, that you're very smart. Ish and Isha means Malas HaMidas, you're very sensitive. Enesh means that you're weak. A sinner is called Enesh. And Gever means a Bal Tshuva. It's 4 translations. Adam means Malas HaSeichel. Ish means Malas HaMidos. Enesh means Chalishus, weak. And Gever means overcoming weakness. So Enesh means a person who does an Aveda, and Gever means a person who does Tshuva. Okay? Ashrei Adam B'teach Bach is an Adam. That's Adam. He's smart and he's sensitive. But sometimes even an Adam has to have B'tochen. His mind is not going to help him. His heart is not going to help him. His sophistication is not going to help him. B'tochen. Trust. And for an Adam to trust is harder than for an Enish to trust, because he's so smart, right? And then the last pasuk says, "Adeshem HaYeshua," the Eibush that helps us from the Madrega of Yeshua. Hashem is going to answer us in the day we call. Now, gross. It says in Chassidus, in a number of different Maimorim, from the Mittelreb, from the Marash, and so on, Hamelach and then B'yem Karenu means that Hashem answers us as soon as we ask. It doesn't take time. Hamelach Yamenu V'yom Karenu. You ask and he answers. And he explains it, the Maimorim explain it, is that when you ask Hashem for something in the parameters of Hishtalshlos, of Havaya, of the Beis HaMikdash, even if he's going to give it to you, it takes time. But when you ask Hashem from the Madrega of Hashem HaYeshua, in other words, some higher than Hishtalshlos, then the answer comes right away. The bracha comes right away. Now, the bracha may come in a hidden way. In other words, you're not going to always, you know the old story about a person can't find a parking spot. He's driving around, and says, listen here, God, if you will give me a spot, I'm going to put $1,000 in the push. And 2 seconds later, some guy pulls out. He says, you know what, God, the deal is off. I found myself a spot. He answers right away, but you have to remember that it's him. Okay, so now, if I had another half an hour, I would teach you these psukim in detail, but I don't. Here's the good news. Next week, we start Shia. Okay? So we're actually moving from point A to point B. Okay, thank you for coming and listening.
Thank you.
Chazak v'amatz.